Hello guys, welcome to Jeff's Garage Adventures. You like tools? This is your channel. I do lots and lots of tool reviews, mostly middle of the road. I also do some low-end and high-end tools sometimes, and I also occasionally do a car tech tip and repair. What do we got here today? GearWrench. GearWrench is in the house. 120 XP locking flex head ratchets, 1/4-inch drive. Now, there's two ratchets here. The one on the right I've had for over a year for my personal use. I'm not a professional. I'm a DIYer slash weekend warrior slash semi-pro, I call myself. I work on cars quite a bit, tractors, toys, whatever, UTVs, you name it, I work on them. Cars, trucks, everything, except for airplanes. So the one on the left, I dropped off at my friend's shop. There's 3 or 4 professional mechanics working there, and they had it for 6 months. I wanted them to try it out. And here's what we came up with. Let's put them side by side first here. Again, the one on the right is my personal use. It's not used daily. I'm not a professional. The one on the left was used by 3 or 4 different mechanics professionally. I only said 2 things to them. I says, don't abuse it, but use it like you normally would with all your ratchets. And these guys got snap-on, Mako back, everything. You can already tell which one they had, can't you? Well, they put it through its paces. We had some carnage with it, some good and bad. So there was 4 guys using that, 3 or 4 for 6 months, give or take. And I've had the one on the right for a year, over a year. And you can just see by looking at it, what a difference. What a difference, eh? That's how they gave it back to me. I got it back 3 days ago. I couldn't wait to show you guys. Occasionally I'll do this. I'll buy 2 of something and I'll send one off in a professional shop and let them use it. This is good information for you guys. First, let's look at mine for a minute here. No damage. I haven't broken anything yet. Still works great. I like the lock. I like the lock even though it does got some play in it. It's not as good as the Carlisle. I love the 120 XP mechanism. Very little back drag. I can't say too much bad about it. It's one of my favorite ratchets. I probably used, I don't know, nowhere near as what they did. Look at this. This is how I got it back. And they did not baby this. I think this is getting loose, the reverse lever. It looks like somebody chewed on it. What the? Come on, guys. I said, just don't put any pipes on it. You can break any tool. This is how I got it back, guys. They didn't clean it. They didn't do nothing. It's got grease and grime all over it. They had mixed feelings about this. It looks like they chewed on the end here. What the? No pipe marks, though. I would have been mad if I said, don't put any pipes on there. You can break any ratchet. And they know it. And they took turns using it, and it held up pretty good for the most part. 3 of them didn't like the way it fit the sockets. If you got a deep socket on there, with that detent bulb being on the very end, it's got a lot of play in it. They didn't care for that. Just going to get a close-up of that. One of them didn't bother too much, but they put the detent bulb on the very end. They didn't care. 3 of them didn't like how that was. They said you put a 1/4-inch, you put a deep well socket. I know it gets really sloppy. And overall, they liked it, but they broke the lock. The lock did not hold up, guys. Theirs is getting floppy too. When I lock it, let's see here. Put a socket on here. Let's lock it for you. That's unlocked. And this is locked. Let's lock it. Actually, it doesn't work. Okay, that's locked. Yeah. It doesn't hold anymore. They broke the lock. The lock didn't hold up. And they said they broke it. They said they broke that probably 3 or 4 months into it. And it didn't, I don't know. So the lock doesn't work anymore. And the reverse lever is getting a little floppy on it, but they didn't break the teeth. It's still pretty smooth. They did like that. They said they liked it. They didn't care for the lock. Well, yeah, they broke it. I'm sure you didn't care for it, but again, I drop them off. This is a real professional environment. This is pretty smooth though. They didn't break any teeth. It still ratchets very, very well. Very, very smooth. I love these ratchets, but in a professional environment, the lock, I don't know if they'll hold up. It didn't hold up with those guys. I gave them a V-Series ratchet this past year. I did the same kind of review, and they liked that. That held up very well, but that didn't have a lock on it. So the lock's broke, guys. Let's lock it again. Yeah, that's locked. And I'll lock mine in. I'll unlock it first for you. Then I'll lock it. Mine doesn't move. I mean, it's got play in it, but it doesn't come unlocked. You can tell though, geez, when I got that back, I'm like, holy cow! I didn't know what to expect, but there it is, guys. It was used hard, and they didn't hate the ratchet. They just didn't. The lock didn't hold up, and I was surprised. I didn't think they were going to break it at all, but they broke the lock. See that detemp ball? They didn't like that either. It doesn't bother me too much. You know, if you got a shallow socket in there, and there's never an issue really, but a deep, you're going to get some play. They got mostly Snap-on and Max stuff. My Craftsman sockets are kind of floppy in there, but I've never had any issues. But then again, these guys, you had 3 or 4 guys wrenching on this with this every day for 6 months, and they just they put it through its paces. And the only thing negative was the lock didn't hold up. They didn't break the ratchet, guys, so that's a good thing. And it's just what's the model number now? I don't know the model number. Can you see the model number on that one, Jeff? I don't know if I get the focus. 81054. Boy, it is chewed up though. Let's put it back next to mine. I'm going to probably just drop it off, let them have it. I mean, they pretty much own it now. Look at it. Look at the reverse lever. What did you guys do to that? Come on, Jim and Rick. What did you guys do to that? It looks like somebody bit on it. Oh, my God. There's no paint left on the reverse lever. Look, the paint's all off on the reverse lever. Oh, my God. So, yeah, they broke the lock, but they didn't break the ratchet. So that's been 6 months of hard use. If you guys want to see more of this, I'll do it. I mean, obviously, I'm never going to have as much use on it, any tool I do as they do. That's a professional environment with more than one person using it. And this one is a weekend warrior DIYer. And I'm never going to use it every day. Plus, I got a lot of ratchets, but I do use this one a lot. And I haven't had any issues. That detemp ball wasn't bothering me too much, but they didn't. You can even tell by the anvil. Their anvil's all beat up. Look at, so yeah, they used it quite a bit. They used it quite a bit, and again, they didn't break the ratchet. They just broke the locking mechanism. So let me know in the future if there's any other ones you want to see, you know, where I have it for a certain amount of time and then I drop the other one off in a professional environment. I think this could be a good thing to do. Give me some feedback on that, guys. All right, take care.